Hey.
Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, we have a full house, and also want to add my co-host, Kelly, is here for her 50th show. So I just want to know, thank you, Kelly, for sticking with me and breathing life into something that usually didn't have a whole lot of energy in it. Our guest today is Karen Page, and
Hi
we
there.
brought you back. Hi, and it was amazing. We've learned a lot since the last time that you were here. Like, I learned that if you mark the show as spirituality, that it tends to work a little bit better because we already have people waiting to call in. Like, I believe before that you called in area code 707. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Now, you said that you called in and you talked to Karen a few years ago. Is that true?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what?
Relationship. And
Right.
you, Jonathan, was also asking about a relationship, and and you were saying that they were going to come in, but as of yet, it hasn't happened for me as of yet.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh yes, sure.
Okay. And by the way, what's your name? Your first name?
Valerie.
I'm sorry. What is that noise in the background?
I don't know what it is, but it's not me.
Sounds like somebody shuffling something.
That's what I was
Sorry.
thinking too, and I was wondering.
There we
it's
go.
not coming from my end.
I'm
Nor
sorry,
mine.
everybody.
That's okay.
Well,
I'm sorry.
We are
what
having
is...
a wind advisory, so it could be the lines are.
Oh, yeah, it
get
could
crossed.
be. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. Did you say Ellen?
Valerie.
Oh, Valerie. Wait, it's one of my dearest friends' names, so I couldn't forget that. I know you're going to laugh at me when I ask you this, but are you waiting for somebody to complete your life?
Oh no, definitely not.
I'm proud of you, okay? Because, the right person can't find us until we're happy when we're single. And I don't care if you're a man, woman, duck, frog, it doesn't matter. When you're happy single, and you've had so much other stuff to deal with, I'm talking about things that didn't have to do with you personally. It feels like it was extended family and friends and all sorts of drama.
That's correct.
And several health issues, not yours, other people's.
That's correct.
But people that were very close, and you would never have been in a place. I'm talking an emotional place, because some of it was absolutely heart-wrenching, and it took time to heal. So you now feel really like you're ready to be in a relationship, somebody to come into your life. Not just somebody, the right guy.
Okay.
Okay, and the funny part is I think you have casually, when I say casually, I'm talking about really casually, either met him or seen each other. But the timing wasn't right. And now it feels like between now and the end of May, feels like that's when he's coming in.
Okay.
He's pretty cute. I tell you. And he's tall.
Tall as in, okay.
Tall as in at least 6 foot or so.
Wow.
Yeah, he's tall. And has just the best sense of humor. And will make you laugh and tease you like nobody ever has. And you have not had this much light in your life, and I don't think ever, sweetheart. I just got chills all over me when I said this. He is just lovely. So he's coming. And it's funny because it feels like you have, when you see each other, it's like, there you are. Didn't I meet you, or didn't I see you? There's such a familiarity there. And it feels like in passing, you have seen each other. And I know you're going to laugh at me, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't at the market or the shopping center. Do you know what I mean? It's such a funny, it's like, I don't know where you would have put him before.
Now, is this a committed relationship long term?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, this is not just, ooh, baby. This is a committed relationship. This is one you'll marry.
Okay.
I like him. And he has a lot to bring to the party. You have a lot to bring to the party. And your let's see, how do I say it? Your picker was broken for a long time. You kept trying to fix things that you saw growing up, and that was not happening. You know, it was like, so I'm not doing this anymore. And it's so interesting because he is completely different than anybody you've ever known.
Okay.
Has his own identity, doesn't need you to pay off his bills.
Hello?
Yeah, and now for something completely different, Valerie.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
He is a doll. He's a doll. Has a very stable career, and you and he will share a lot in common because you were other people's caretakers for a long time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You will have a lot in common.
Yeah, I'm tired. That caretaking can take a lot.
Oh, my God. Well, it feels like you were in grief for such a long time because you had one thing after another, it went on for like 4 or 5 years where you didn't get a minute to breathe.
Right.
And now it feels like, and some of it wasn't about health issues of other people, and I'm talking about family and people you really loved. But this feels like you also needed to do a little house cleaning of taking out the trash and stop people from, I want to say, feeding off of you. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. So there's you are, darling.
All right. Do you see
or as
your
they
question?
say, film at 11. You know, I'm sending you a big hug.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I love weddings. Okay.
Thank you. All
right. Is that it? Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Oh, that was
you okay, Valerie?
Oh,
yeah. You answered your question?
That was great.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
All right,
Thank
sweetie pie. Talk soon.
Now, thank you.
The next
Bye, dear.
person that we have is, let's see here, is 775 area code.
Where the heck is
area
that?
code. Are you there? That's the back.
Hi.
Look it up.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet both of you. My name is Wendy from California.
Where is 775, honey? I'm in California, too.
It is technically a Nevada area code, but I negotiated my special phone number with AT&T.
Bless your heart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
because it's like, where in the world is that? You know?
Yeah. I'm into numerology.
Oh, I love numerology. So what do you want to know?
Well, I had a horrific fall this morning at 6:33. All of a sudden, when I stepped off the sidewalk and I was face down on pavement, and my right ankle was at a weird angle, and I called the fire department, and two men helped me back into my apartment. I'm going to have the x-rays taken tomorrow morning, and I'm going to see Dr. Chung. I hope I have not broken my ankle, but I'll be off work, I don't know how long, maybe a week, 2 weeks or more. I called my boss, and my job is so stressful. I've been applying elsewhere, including last Sunday I applied online. So what do you see? Will I be off work for several weeks because of my injury?
That's not what that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right, honey. It feels like it won't be nearly as long as you think.
Okay.
And second of all, I know you're going to laugh, but it feels like somebody that you spoke to before is going to call you about a job.
Wow.
Because this feels like somebody that I can't say you know them. You know what I mean? This is not like somebody that you're friends with.
Yeah.
But it feels like somebody that you definitely spoke to before, and it was a very comfortable conversation for them and for you. And it is such a perfect fit. I mean, this feels like a perfect fit, and I expect by the end of next month for you to be in a new job, in this particular new job. It's a little further than where you have been working, but it'll be worth the drive.
Oh my God! Well, I live pretty close to where I currently work. It's call center medical insurance. I had applied at Kaiser Permanente, but then I had a medical emergency, so that didn't happen. But I've been applying around. So,
well, this feels like somebody you spoke to, and you're going to laugh at me, but it feels like before this started, before this round of applying for jobs. This feels like somebody you had spoken to, I want to say a couple of months ago or so.
Wow.
And I don't expect you to remember right now, but you will when they call you.
Wow.
You're
so they're
going to
go,
call me. That's exactly. It's so funny. I was just going to say you're going to go, wow. Of course I remember you. You know, it is because this is such a comfortable fit for you. And it is, like I said, a little further than where you were, where you have been working. But, boy, are you going to love this, and they're going to love you. It is such a completely opposite environment than what you are in now. It's sad because it feels like where you are now, everybody's jockeying for position, you know?
I've been abused in my current environment.
Well, it feels like you're in good company, honey, because you're not alone. It feels like they've done that to several people that you work with.
Yeah. Wow.
And they just have absolutely no respect. It's a shame on them. The other thing is, I know you're going to laugh at me, but I want you to have your blood pressure checked because it feels like you either have really low blood pressure or because this feels like it's a balance issue.
Yeah.
Or really low blood sugar.
Well, my blood pressure will be checked tomorrow when I go see my doctor. They always do that. I'm
very happy to hear that because it feels like this is not the first time you've had this. How the heck did I wind up on the ground? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's a balance issue going on, and I beg of you to pursue it.
Balance issue.
Yeah.
So is that blood pressure related?
It could be, but it would be very low blood pressure, not high blood pressure.
Yeah, they've never indicated low. A few times they haven't liked my readings because it's been on the high side. So they always take another reading, and then they say, okay, we'll take this reading.
Well, the amount of stress you've been under, I'm surprised yours hasn't blown off the machine top. you know. But this feels like it is a low blood pressure issue or low blood sugar issue. This doesn't, it's not like diabetes or high blood pressure. It feels like it's the opposite because it feels like it comes on very suddenly.
Oh, I didn't even have time to get scared. All of a sudden, I was down on the ground.
Well, it feels like it may be a very sudden either blood sugar drop or a very sudden blood pressure drop.
Wow. Well, I hope it's not serious.
Oh, honey, that's all controllable. That's all controllable.
Okay.
I would rather you have those things, one of those things, than to have diabetes or high blood pressure because those are harder to control.
So should I ask my doctor to look into a balance issue?
Even if you control them, they don't go away.
Yes.
So
I'm asking you to please have them also check an inner ear issue. You need to find the appropriate doctors.
You know what? You're giving me chills. You know why? Because I wear hearing aids.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And I lost the red hearing aid. And I've heard that if you just wear one hearing aid, it can throw you off. And I hope I find I think my other hearing aid is in my bedroom. I'm not sure. I hope so. I don't think I've lost.
No, it doesn't feel like you lost it. That feels right.
So
but it
maybe
feels like it fell between things. Do you know what I mean?
Is it on the left side of my bed?
That I'm not getting real clearly, honey. But it feels like it's, I keep wanting to say, almost between two pieces of furniture or a piece of furniture and the wall.
Okay.
Okay?
That could very well be. Absolutely.
So please.
You're giving me chills because of your accuracy.
Well, that's what it feels like to me, and it feels like it's happened so suddenly. Like you said, you didn't have a chance to be afraid.
Yeah.
And this feels like it's so fixable. So please, I beg of you.
So should I, when I meet with my doctor, should I tell her that I think it's a balance issue?
Yes. And you need to tell her about the hearing aids. Because whoever fitted you for your hearing aids, you may need to go back to him.
Right.
Well, ears have to do with balance. Like, I mean, does it have to do with balance?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it's for people that require to wear two hearing aids.
One just throws you all off balance.
If you just wear
when you're
one,
used to
then
two.
that's not good.
No.
Okay.
And it would make you suddenly lightheaded, and I keep on just out of it, you know?
That's how I felt.
That's exactly what it feels like. So please, I beg of you, please.
Okay.
And this will be fixed real quick.
I promise you I will.
Okay,
I'll tell her.
sweetheart.
I'll bring it up. I won't forget.
Okay.
And
thank you.
Okay. So I'll be working in a new job in a month.
Yeah, by the end of next month, you will know. Yep.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Go get them, girl.
God bless everybody. God bless
Thank
everybody.
you, sweetheart.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you, sir,
now,
too.
Our next caller is 863 area code. Are you there?
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, 863. That's an unusual name.
Yes. Just call me 8 for short.
I mean, wow. Your parents were creative.
I
bet you there were not 6 863s in any of your classes.
No.
You know?
I was always at the end of the class after all the A's and the B's.
I love it. I love it.
My name
there were
is
6 Karens
Julia.
in all of my classes, so 863 sounds like a totally cool name to me.
Well, so
what's your other name?
It's Julia.
Hi, Julia. I'm Karen.
Hello. Karen.
And we have Jonathan and Kelly.
Kelly.
Hi.
And
Yeah.
the show.
Two of the sweetest people in the world.
Aw, thank you.
It's true.
Thank you.
I'm just a humble observer.
Well, so
So
are
what's
you.
your question, sweetheart?
Well, actually, the first two callers have kind of hit on, so I'm not sure if I want to go with employment or if I want to go with love, because I'd kind of like, to see both of them turn up in my life.
Well, the funny part is I think one is going to lead to the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think your job is going to lead you to the love.
Ooh.
There is something that I can't get out of my mind when I was listening to you speak at first.
Mm-hmm.
You need to, I don't know if it's caused by your shoes or if there is actually a joint problem with your knees.
I've had problems with my left knee. It hasn't flared up in quite a while, but yeah, I've experienced
because that's just crystal clear to me. And I'm begging you to please, do you wear an orthotic? Do you wear orthotics?
No, I
might
need to
want
get
to look in
new shoes.
Please. And your knee will feel a whole lot better, honey.
Yes.
Okay. So, yay, you got the combo pack.
Oh, nice. Do you see any time frame or any details
this
on the
doesn't
Mr.
feel
Somebody special?
This feels like it's closer to the end of the year.
Oh,
I want to say after August, but you're going to be working. Oh. You'll be working before that. He just won't pop up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, he won't. It'll sort of be either the new kid on the block.
There when you
he'll be there, honey.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why I was there, but
You're allowed. I understand. Oh no, he's adorable, and he's been married, divorced. He's a grown-up. He's not 12 years old.
Okay, yeah.
Which, thank God,
yes.
We were all 12 years old at one time, just not at this time.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's a grown-up. He's had a life, and he knows what it is to really love somebody. And he has had a great deal of loss in his life, as have you. And this is a really it feels like he has two siblings, one of each. And one of them, I keep wanting to say he has a lovely relationship with one of them, and the other one, I can't tell which one. And the other one feels like you're going to laugh when I say this, but it's almost like they grew up in separate houses because they're so one of the sibling that he doesn't have a good relationship with is the one that everything is about what other people think of me. And he's not that guy. I always say I don't think when I die God is going to say how much money did you have in the bank, Karen? What's your zip code and what kind of car do you drive? I don't think God's going to care about any of that. And this is a man that feels like he completely gets that. It's about quality, not quantity.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
And so one of his, I know that, and one of his siblings is all about what label is in that T-shirt,
Oh.
It's like, seriously? So he'll tell you he fought really hard to have a relationship with them for a very long time. And, a person's character never changes. But you'll eventually, in passing, meet them. But I don't see him hanging out at your house much. But the other one, you'll have a lovely relationship with his kids, his the sibling that he's close to. I think it's his brother, actually, that he's close to. And they're going to love you.
Aw.
I don't think he's ever been this happy in his adult life, and I'm not sure you have either.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I want. I just want that heart and soul love relationship. It's
that's
like,
what
I'm
this
57,
is.
so I'm like, gosh, am I going to
Not
have
only
it
that,
before?
but
You know, it's too late.
this one's very different because he doesn't want you to change anything about you.
Nice.
He will love you exactly the way you are, and not only do you love each other, but you really like each other.
Nice.
It's it's powerful, and you've not ever been involved with anyone like this man. Really smart. He's super smart.
Wow.
And just as nice can be. And there's not a big age difference between you. He may be, I would say 3-4 years older, but boy, does he have a twinkle in his eyes.
Aw.
Oh, God,
like
he's
that.
adorable.
Awesome.
Hmm?
Hello?
Yeah, I
He's
just, well, like I've been wanting to move. I live in like Central Florida. I would love to live like closer to like the Gulf of Mexico, the western side, because I love the blue water over there.
Well, it's funny because I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have any problem with that, because you're definitely not staying where you are.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's the job that takes you there or if it is your love.
Yeah. Well, he might be there, and that might be what.
Yeah, he may be, sweetheart. He may be.
Awesome.
So.
Well, that gives me something to look forward to. So
good.
Yay.
And will you take care of your knee, because you guys are going to just be having so much fun together, and I want you not to have a problem with your knee, please.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad I got to talk to you, and thank you for taking my call.
Me too. Thank you for calling, Julia.
All right. Take care. Thank
Bye,
you.
sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
All right, because the next one is area code 269, and I know who this is.
You do?
Yes, I do. Sandy, are you there?
I am here. How are you guys?
I don't know. Oh, yeah,
Hey,
I don't know
girl,
if you remember
how
me.
are you?
Good, you?
Karen,
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Aw.
I wanted to
bet.
remind you of something.
What?
You were on, Karen was on the show many years ago when you were on. And you said in February of this year that her life was going to be different. She wouldn't recognize her life. I don't know if you remember saying that. So just so you know, this is March, okay? And she's back. So just so you know, okay? You're there, are you there, Sandy?
What? So I'm working like a workaholic. I'm here. I'm working like a workaholic.
Go ahead and put your bike down.
Yeah.
And there's no men in my life.
Where would you put one?
I didn't hear what you said.
Where would you put one, sweetheart?
Well, I don't have the time.
That's my point. It's
all about me and money.
I understand that. But, you know, you also, the money's not going to keep you warm at night.
I know.
So once you get that a little more balanced out, my mom used to tell me I used to work 6.5 days a week from 8 in the morning till midnight doing readings. And one day my mother looked at me and she said, "Sweetheart, even God took one day."
Yeah.
And it's true. It's like if you don't feed that part of your soul, it is, because you're always going to be there for everyone else, but what about you?
Well, right now it's about work, come home, go to bed, get up, go to work, money.
I'm not saying that it isn't, but you need to figure out if you really want somebody in your life, and I'm not talking about just anybody, I'm talking about somebody that's worth the time and worth giving permission to be in your life, because, boy, you've had some charmers in the past, but enough of that, okay? It's like, all righty.
Well, and that's why I closed off. That's why I'm...
Well, and I was going to say to you, and you needed to take a break so you could step back. But what you've done is you gave a whole bunch to people that didn't deserve it. And now it's like, what do you really want? And I'm not asking you to tell me. I'm asking for you to make that decision. This isn't about money. This is about the This is about the quality of your life. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
I do. But do you see anybody coming? I mean,
honey, when you make room for them, do you not understand that you can't? I was single when I was working 6.5 days a week. What is that voice in the background?
Yeah, I'm wondering what that is.
Because I can't hear you.
Who is that talking in the background, Jonathan?
I'm not sure.
Kelly?
I have no idea. It sounds like somebody else's conversation that we're overhearing.
Yeah, because I can't barely hear you.
Wow, that's strange.
Here. Okay.
Okay, so I can hear her now. So
when you make for somebody in your life, then
but I've made so many wrong decisions with all these
honey, and
men.
You know what? And you keep. Do you understand that? Did you learn anything from those?
I did, and that's why I'm not going back to that point, and that's why I'm working 13, 14 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week.
Honey, but what you're doing is, rather than knowing that you deserve something better in a relationship, you deserve to be treated better.
Right.
And to have kindness in your life. You have filled that void with working nonstop until you're falling over, and there's nothing left for you.
Right.
I know that. I understand. But now, when you say you want somebody in your life, it's easy for you to meet people. But finding somebody that has those qualities, you need to decide, what do you want? And I'm not asking you to tell me. I'm asking you to sit down and really get a clear picture of the qualities you want in a person. And it's not about money, because you're not going to, as I said to the lady before, we're not 12, and he's not going to be 12.
Right.
Okay? He's going to be a grown-up that has something to share with you and has a life. He owns a lovely home. His kids are grown, and he has a lot to offer and is exactly the right temperament. He's not crazy, and he's not an alcoholic.
Oh, well, good. That would be a great
isn't that
one
nice?
to start off with.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
So,
but you don't know
where
him
and
yet.
when do I meet this guy?
Sweetheart, when you make room for him, I'm serious, you need to figure out a little better balance where you have time just to breathe. And you're not constantly in this place.
Exactly.
Because there's no room for him. And when you make room where you can just sit by the window and look at how pretty the sky is, he'll find you. He will find you, honey. The universe has a funny way that when we're really ready and very clear about what we want, the universe delivers. It's miraculous, but it happens. And that's exactly what this feels like. It feels like you have gone into a shell and hiding. It's like, fine, if I'm so busy all the time, no one can hurt me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you learn from, because the lesson has always been there are givers and there are takers in the world, and
all the men I've been with
were takers. I know that, and they were all abusive takers, angry and abusive takers, and almost every one of them had some kind of an addiction thing, whether it was alcohol, drugs, or rage.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So once you sign off on those things on the unacceptable list, there's nothing to talk about.
And that's
You'll
where I'm
stop
at.
But no, you'll stop drawing that into your life. You have to do that work between your ears and really mean it, and stop hiding. You're a pretty girl.
Thank you.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for the right one that won't be an alcoholic.
Honey, it doesn't work like that. You have to. Did you hear what I said to the first lady? You have to be happy single.
I am.
Then you can't. Where are you going to put him?
I realize that.
If you're working 75 hours a day, where are you going to put him? Where would you make room for him in your life?
The question is, where is he going to make room for me in his life?
Honey, he has room in his life for you.
Well, every guy I've dated,
they don't count at this point.
Exactly.
Honey, and when you really did you not hear what I said to you?
I am. I'm hearing. And
then why do you keep going back? Aren't you done with those lessons?
I am, and you know what? I've actually erased all the men from the past. And they still call, they still text.
Well, good for them. It proves they have good taste, but you know what? Next.
I don't have the time of day for them.
I know, but you need to make the time of day for the right guy. The one that isn't abusive and isn't addicted, to name something, and one that isn't a rageaholic.
Did she answer your question, Sandy?
Yeah, it wasn't exactly what she wanted to hear, but
no.
I know you wanted me to say, a week from next Tuesday. But I can't because you have work to do. Yeah, you have work to do on you. And when you make room, sweetheart, I promise you, he'll find you. And you can be picky. Just because he smiles and says, smiles and says, "Hi, can I buy you a drink?" Which part of no? Okay.
Exactly. Do you understand?
So, all righty.
I got one question about
sweetheart?
my kids. My kids are going through a very, very hard time right now. And I'm trying to be very supportive.
You have 3?
I have 2 boys.
Can I ask you another question? Did you lose a child?
I did.
Okay, because they always show up. I'm going, wow, that's weird. There should have been 3. Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
And then I had one, and I lost, and then I had the 2 boys.
Oh.
My ex-husband of 20-something years had his leg amputated.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Recently, and
diabetes?
My youngest, it was a mixture of that and
All righty.
My youngest is taking it super, super hard. He's like
Honey.
devoting his whole life right now.
Yeah, but how old is he now?
21. He'll be 22 next month.
And if he can learn from this experience with his father to take care of his health, because that's really what that is. It didn't just arbitrarily happen, you know?
Right. I know that.
So if he can learn from that, let him spend the time. But he needs to learn from it. At 21 years old, not the whole mission is to love your father, but don't become your father. And the funny part is he could not be more different than his father.
Oh my gosh, yes.
This is a lovely, lovely kid.
Yes.
And
beautiful.
But he needs to learn the lesson about health and about moderation in things.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's really his lesson. And your ex-husband will be fine, honey.
Oh, I know he'll be.
Okay.
I already know that.
Yeah. All right, girlie.
All right,
Sandy.
take your next one, honey.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, honey.
The next one here is 917. Okay?
New York.
Let's see. Are you 917? Are you there? I clicked 917. Nothing happened. Okay, let's try 70. Georgia. 770.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Paris. Hi. Wow.
How are ya?
This is a surprise. I just tuned in about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, boy, you had good timing, girl.
That's very true. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, we have a backup singer.
Do I need to ask a question?
What, sweetheart?
Do I need to ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me.
That's okay, honey.
I was eating some salad stuff.
That'll do it.
Oh, wow. I got a little excited. Okay.
What's your first name?
My first name is Maddie.
Hi,
and
Maddie.
I'm here in Georgia. Hi. And I'm here in Georgia.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
Hello, Maddie in Georgia.
My friend said something to me that put some gave me food for thought. She said perhaps I don't have a significant other in my life, and she suggests perhaps you might want to go some foreign country and visit, and you might meet someone. Like for some reason, she has the Netherlands.
Honey, that is a terrible idea for you.
That's exactly what I thought.
I'm not kidding. Boy, talk about, how long have you known this lady?
I've known her for 20 years, a little over 20 years.
And she doesn't know you at all.
No, she doesn't. No, you're right. She doesn't.
Wow, that's astonishing. That is the last thing I would ever suggest to you.
You know, I think it's the thing where I mentioned to her that I have male friends in my life, but no one. Yeah, but no one, like a significant other.
Yeah.
And I actually felt like she was kind of being nosy, trying to pick and pull, trying to get more information out of me by saying something like that.
Well, I know you're going to laugh when I say this, but it feels like you made a comfortable life for yourself independently, and you have lots of friends. Men, women, ducks, frogs, you have friends, you don't care. If they're tall, short, fat, thin, pink, purple, fabulous, it doesn't matter. If they're good in if they're good in their heart, you're open to a friendship. But she feels like she is very judgment oriented. And I know you're going to laugh when I say this, but my bet, Maddie, is that most people that meet you like you. And I mean, I'm talking about they just immediately like you because you are open to everybody. And you don't have that and there's no nice way to say this. She just feels jealous.
I know that. I felt that.
I mean, there's no nice way to say that, but
yes,
it
I
just
felt that
feels
for
like
years.
jealousy.
Yes, I felt that for years. Yes.
And it must be tough being so smart that you don't know the person you've known for 20 years at all. She sounds like a rocket scientist, actually. But the funny part about it is, I have a feeling when you want somebody as a significant other in your life, you're going to laugh when I say this. All you need to go is go to the grocery store. They'll find you. I'm serious, because you have several male friends that are just lovely, but there's not that ooh baby thing with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
it's not
that's true.
That's exactly what you love. Their character. You wish them every happiness in the world, but it's not like, oh my God, you know, that peace, that unexplainable thing is missing. And
yes.
if you know, when you're really ready to meet somebody, and I would not take her advice because God knows she's the maven and genius about all of this.
Oh, no, I don't.
I'm sorry, because she has such great taste herself. Yeah, it's like, seriously, girl? Yeah. Thanks. But I'm not kidding. When you that is what you decide that you want. Trust me, you'll go into the supermarket and buying tomatoes. They'll find you. I mean, I say it jokingly, but it's like it feels like in your everyday life.
Yeah.
You know, when you go have the car washed, or you go to the market, or you stop by the drugstore, or go to the bank, or do you know what I mean? It's in everyday life that you're going to meet him. I mean, him.
I have to say I do get a lot of hellos. Yes, I do.
Oh yeah.
I do get a lot of hellos, but there is one that I feel like we have a connection, and he is my chiropractor doctor, but it's just not
yeah, no, that's not. He has some blocks in his life that would. You're not going to be the piece on the side, honey. You can forget that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm not kidding. Because if you want to do that, you could have done that already. And no.
Yeah, I could have had that already, yes.
That's
yes,
exactly
that's very
right.
True.
No.
So that's what the block that he has.
That's the block, honey. Because trust me, it's not about only the ooh baby stuff. It's about character. And if he would do that to his partner, he would do that to you.
Got you.
Got it?
Okay.
So with all of this connection that we have, he's not serious.
It's not. It's never going to go to that place.
Okay.
It's not him, honey. No.
Okay.
You need to keep him as your chiropractor.
Okay. Okay. Keep me nice and flexible. Okay.
That's exactly right, honey. You'll need it. Okay, kids.
Thank you. Okay.
Eddie.
Hey.
Bye. Next one is area code 610.
What is it?
610 area code. 610 area code. Are you there?
Okie dokie.
The see. We have a 610 area code. Hello?
Hello.
This might have been the person that was talking earlier and was making sounds.
Oh, maybe.
Hello?
Interesting.
And they changed their mind.
Is that you, Kelly?
Well, I'm not in the 610, but yeah, that could be that. Maybe that was that person, or maybe they.
Yeah, that's what's been it because I hung up on them and then they stopped. You know, it's funny. The show is picking up like you're saying. We get a lot more callers now.
Well,
I mean,
because it's interesting, and there's nothing like it. Where people, you guys are, yeah.
Where we one of the news is that we I actually was sending an email to a sorority, and then have the sorority call in and talk to a psychic. That's one of the things I thought about doing.
Oh, that's right. How interesting.
Well, the reason is that sororities, you know, obviously, if you're in a sorority, these girls, they obviously sit around and they talk about boys.
I
and,
imagine.
You know,
wasn't my journey, Jonathan.
It's actually kind of funny because I always had kind of a backwards view of what happened in those fraternities and sororities. I always thought that they tortured you. Like, okay, all right, are they gonna take off all your clothes and throw you in a big pit of poison ivy that's completely infested with chiggers? Are they going to do that?
Doesn't that sound like a perfectly fun evening? Yikes!
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, would that be classified as hazing?
I think
like,
so.
Oh, now you're worthy. Yeah.
With all capitals. Yep.
I mean,
you're worthy to join now.
And, you know, Kelly's been on the show, and she's been great. I mean, she's really brought on a lot of energy into it. I mean,
of course.
You know, it's sort of funny because I was like, I guess what it is that I've never had somebody tell me, you know, I'll never forget. I don't know if I told you about it. Like, I tell the story all the time. It's like I had her on, and I introduced her as their co-host, and then, you know, she tells me later on the phone, well, did you want me back tomorrow? Because you introduced me as your co-host today. It's like Kelly is sort of like my kitten in a box. I'm just she has a kitten in a box, and I don't want to hurt her.
Oh, thank you.
But what great taste you had, Jonathan. And when you were ready, she showed up.
Yeah, she's a kitten in a box.
She's adorable.
Thank you.
Well,
you guys are making me turn red.
Well, good. Honey, how often do you hear that?
Oh, not
Never.
very much. Yeah.
And not often enough, that's
Kelly?
for sure.
Are you blushing, Kelly?
Yeah, she is.
Why are you blushing?
Yeah. Well,
because she's not
Kelly,
used to people saying lovely things about her.
Exactly.
But I mean, you know, she's cute, and she always does, you know, it's like, oh, well, you know. And actually, it's sort of funny because I saw her in a video of her at her mom's funeral. And I think the reason I wanted to do these shows is because I lost my uncle a few days ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah.
You know what?
I
have to say, Jonathan, I have to say to you, though, I'm so happy he's free. I'm really happy he's free.
His name is
because
Sonny.
he was a prisoner in his own body.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very grateful that he is free.
But now, wait a minute. Now, clarify something for me. You said yourself that you were not a medium. I mean,
but I'm not. If I'm doing a reading and somebody shows up, you know, it's like one of the ladies that I spoke to. Boy, she was like the caregiver and had one loss after another, and they were all there going, it's not about me anymore. You know,
I understand. I understand. And don't take this the wrong way. But Kelly, you understand what I'm talking about. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you would hear from a medium. Do you understand what I'm saying, Kelly?
Yeah, it's just she's not trying to channel them; they're just showing up.
No,
as part
yeah,
of the
I mean
Correct.
they just show
Yep.
up, and
They pop up.
it has nothing to do with. I don't. You have to understand. It's not something that I have to try. It just kind of is there all the time. And if I'm
actually,
talking to somebody and they show up from the next world, I can't help that, And I
but
have
I will
to tell
you this, though.
what I see.
Yeah,
but
that's
I will
good.
tell you that his family, I didn't tell them about my radio show because they're filled with Southern Baptists, and as soon as they hear the word psychic and
I know.
and paranormal, but see, here's the thing. This is the thing, and I'll tell you a little story about him. He had a gay daughter, and he was okay with it. So,
well, of course
my
he was.
grandmother, would not have been open about it, but and he also has a granddaughter named Candace Holdorf, who basically does shot Karma Sutra in New York.
That's
and
hilarious.
She was in a movie, and I know what Kelly's thinking. Get her on the show. But the thing is that we were
right. That's gonna be interesting.
Well, she's actually, this is a lady that's actually related to me. But I think what it is that I love to tease Kelly so much. I mean, like I always tell Jared, tickle the back of her neck, tickle the back of her neck.
Yeah.
I mean,
he did that earlier.
Right now, Kelly.
I was gonna say, I'm sure he takes that advice to heart.
He did. Well, he does sometimes. He
It's
did that earlier, and then he made me a sandwich. I love that man.
What a doll.
Well, I mean,
you guys
are you
together.
blushing right now, Kelly? Are you blushing?
Yeah, absolutely blushing
How
right
badly?
now again.
How badly?
It's funny. I'd have to look in the mirror. It's not like a full, like, I can't breathe, my face is on fire blush, but it's definitely there.
I love it.
Kelly, is there anything that you're worried about?
Right now I'm
that
going
you want
through.
To ask Karen.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Right now I'm going through a rough time where I fell at work. It's a workman's comp type issue. It's kind of complicated with it that it ended up aggravating. And when do you see me going back to work, or am I going to lose this job?
Well, it's gonna. When did you fall, honey? 6 weeks
Well,
ago.
It was the 17th of February.
Okay, so it's been almost a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so in another 2 or 3 weeks, you'll feel much better.
Oh, good.
Much better.
Will I be able to have the memory and cognitive functioning and all that I had? Am I going to be able to memorize the things I need to for work and things like that?
Of course you will.
Oh, okay,
Absolutely,
good.
honey.
Good.
Absolutely. This is temporary, and I know you're going to laugh when I say this, but you need to let go of the fear. I know. You need to let go of the fear connected with, oh my God. Well, I know, but and I'm telling you, you're going to be fine.
Oh, good.
That is not permanent. That's a fear block.
Oh, well, I know that stress can make it worse. Things like that.
Wow, what a concept, girl.
Right? Woo, that was brilliant. Let me see what else I can pull out of my hat.
Seriously. I mean, and you have nothing to be afraid of. This is temporary.
Good. Thank you.
You're used to being able to, and I can relate to it. I have Mars and Sag, right? I can understand. I'm always fine until I'm not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
and then
I can
all
push
of it.
through this.
And it's never. My mom used to say to me, "You don't just get a cold, or you don't just stub your toe, or you don't. It's always something major.
Yeah, it's like it's not a cold, it's pneumonia. You don't stub your toe, you broke your foot.
That's exactly right. I haven't had a cold or the flu in over 30 years. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that.
And but I've had pneumonia 10 times.
Oh, I'm glad I can't say that.
Right.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is. And what I've learned now is that, which I learned several years ago, and have not had pneumonia in 30 years either, but I had it 10 times because I wasn't, I always say when God tells me to sit down and I'm not listening, he'll knock me down.
Exactly.
So you were kind of overdoing it, girlfriend.
Yeah, I totally believe you because I was feeling it, and I thought, well, if I just push past this training part, then it'll get easier. And then it was like I pushed, I try to
the
do
point
moderate
where
extent.
but you have to understand, give yourself room to. It's tough being human,
Yeah,
it's tough being human, and sometimes it just sucks. There's no nice way to say that, and but we're all just human, and I've had I always love this part. I am pretty tough, okay? I am the last living member in my family. I do not have one blood relative, okay?
Wow.
And I was determined to make sure that I stayed healthy. Well, I'm healthier now than when I was 25, okay? And, however, I have the leftover residual impact of childhood rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh.
Oh, no. I kept it at bay for many, many years, and finally I woke up one morning. I'm talking about decades. And I woke up one morning, and I could barely walk.
Oh, man.
And so I found a doctor, a lovely rheumatologist, and I went. And, by the way, I also have lupus. And
I do,
too. Who does?
I do.
Sandy?
Oh, yes. Sandy.
You have lupus, too?
I do.
Oh, wow. Doesn't that suck? It
it's
just
a
makes
struggle.
Well, but it makes you so damn
I already
tired.
knew you had it. I already knew you had that.
Yeah. And I've kept it at bay. But and when I went to the rheumatologist the first time, I said to him, I will do anything this side of surgery or any of the 57 opioids you have on that list.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me and went, wow, okay. So he said to me, you need 2 hip replacements, Karen. And I said, what?
Nope.
Yeah, I said, I'm not. You know what? I'm going to do everything humanly possible to try and take care of this naturally, and I'll see you when I see you, okay? So I invested a little over a year in that, and that wasn't working. I sounded like I was stepping on a stack of Rice Krispies with my right knee, okay?
Oh.
And because that's where it traveled to, and it had thrown my walk off. And it was, so finally I said, okay, I give, I have to do something because I was in excruciating pain every day. And I'm not a pill taker. I'm not one of these people that goes, if there's a pill for it or a surgery for it or anything, I'm not interested. And I'll try every natural remedy that I can to fix it. And I finally just said, okay, I believe you, God. I need it to have a hip replacement. And I had one done, and I'm grateful every single day that I was connected to the doctors that I was put with, because I didn't want a 12-inch scar cutting through the muscle on my hip. And I found the doctor that he was the co-developer of the anterior hip replacement.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, I did not know that when I was sent to him, but he's astounding. And the rheumatologist they're both the number one rheumatologists and joint replacement doctors in California. I mean, they're
wow.
Yeah, I mean, and how did I know that? I didn't. And I always say my mom said to God, "Excuse me, you see my daughter down there? She needs a little help right now." And yeah,
but
I'm
the
telling
other
you,
one is bad.
You know what? But it's nothing
The
like
other
the
one
right
is
one
bad.
was. Yeah, but they both were. I mean, they were bone on
I
bone.
know, but I can see where the other one is bad, and you're just putting it off.
Yeah, but you know what?
I see that.
It's just not time for that, and it's not.
It
It's
is
nothing.
time.
No, it's not, sweetheart. I just had
Yes,
this
it
one
is.
done in December.
No, I know, but you know what? Usually they do it 6 weeks apart.
Well, that's not my case.
No,
I'm going to wait.
I know.
And when it's
because
time,
you're hard-headed, and
well, yeah, I have a Taurus ascendant. Of course, I'm hard-headed.
for sure. But I can see that. I can see that.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You know that what I said to Kelly